There are two pathways towards consciousness, but only one will give you peace. Let's start with the one that is being implemented within the sphere, this body, this time matrix, that is creating a collapse within creation. That first path is the flower of life. That first path is then the Metraton approach to creation. It is then the spiral of a Fibonacci. As you can see, we start by telling you that that which you know is being reversed. For we look at creation and we recognize there to be the sacred geometric representation, blueprint, code, genetics that is spread throughout a lot of creation. But one has to go deeper, for if we realize thy complex, mind, body, and spirit, to be multidimensional and multi-density, one has to realize that within one can see the truth of what lies within our eyes, what lies within our gaze, what lies within our vision. And it's all about resonance and the allowance that you bring to expand your awareness into the presence of your primordial order, primordial essence, primordial blueprint, primordial spiral. For this first Fibonacci spiral that we mentioned, which is the association with flower of life, fallen angelic Metatron. It's one of the same. It's a unit of consciousness. It's a creator of consciousness within the seed of consciousness that operates within this time matrix. We are all a part of the one seed of consciousness designated to explore and manifest throughout this time matrix. And as you clearly have experienced, within family, there are contrasts, there are polarities. And this is the biggest polarity that we have within consciousness, which is the pathway of a fallen angel, the pathway of a fallen consciousness, which decided throughout its own experience to detach thyself from source in order to become the one true source God of this time matrix. For you and I and us all who resonate have to acknowledge that all within the one true seed of consciousness that operates within this time matrix have a different storyline, a different experience outside this time matrix. But that is for another time, another moment. Once we start to know thyself, once we start to combine the history, the true history of this time matrix that is operated from out our seed of consciousness. For we are one. even we are one with all that is consciousness, no matter the polarization and distinctive paths. For at the end we are source, now operating within this time matrix as a seed of consciousness united, and throughout experience there was a misalignment, there was a deviation from within. We realize that to be present within our families, but it occurs first within thyself. Within you, there will be a presence and awareness that connects you or disconnects you with your own family, with your own seed of consciousness. As we bring you this example in a simplified way, for we are talking about a trillion years of experience, of history that is present now within your essence, present now within your consciousness, if you choose so. This decision that we all have to look at reality and compute the resonance of its oscillation or vibration is what will determine your own path, your own experience within the seed of consciousness of this time matrix, within your experience within source, which let's say is then this time matrix and every other time matrix universe available completely distinct from this one, every lifetime, every reality, every timeline, every infinity that you now within your imagination are able to compute that your infinity is. And as we go through creation, our own history, we crystallize more and more the path of thy consciousness. For the way that you act within this life now is a culmination of all your reality, all your existence within the seed of consciousness, within this time matrix. It is infinity that we are now experiencing and deciphering once again to choose a way to conscious be. So we have a Fibonacci spiral which brings you upon then a descension. For if you follow the curvature of the Fibonacci, there will be a point of descension. This descension, even if it is only recognized within its later, more advanced stage, one can be the full essence of your existence within consciousness. Being this, then, we don't need to follow the spiral all the way to the end to know that now, which is the culmination of time, experience, space, and beyond time and beyond space, primordial consciousness. For everything already is. And it's so that is expressed within the crystal spiral of creation. That was adulterated, manipulated, controlled by a lineage within the seed of consciousness that we recognize Metraton to be, the flower of life to be, the Fibonacci spiral to be. It is a deviation. It is a well-written lie of manipulation that is expressed throughout how we govern this world, how we educate thyself in this world, how we prevent, no, we don't prevent, for this Fibonacci spiral of consciousness doesn't prevent, but induces unhealthy behaviors, induces death. In other words, the medical approach that we have within our world clearly and very sharply shows us that the baseline of our government's religion, medicine, education, justice, and every other department created for you to be a slave are but just that, an indoctrination for you to become a battery supply for those who gaze upon you and see you inferior and see you as a tool for their own immortality. For within the Fibonacci spiral, that is what you shall find, immortality. But one day you shall die, and dust you will become, without the capability of regenerating yourself within the remembrance of your full existence in 1 trillion of years within this time matrix. It is well written, for we are talking about consciousness in polarity, but at the end we are all, negative or positive, we are all consciousness. Negative or positive, we all have access to infinite intelligence. And that access to infinite intelligence can only be limited by your own approach, distorted by your own approach. And this is a choice that some of us make unknowingly, for we are talking about more time than we can count, more time that we can imagine within one lifetime of exploitation, manipulation within one seed of consciousness, within one family. And look at your own family and you will see that this is not that far-fetched. There is contradiction within one family. There is distortion with limitation within one being and the other. There is control of one over the other. This is not unity. If you choose to hold within your arms a being, it's with the gaze of unity. It's with a crystal clear consciousness that can only be attained by a crystal spiral evolution of consciousness and density. One that you will not experience within a Fibonacci spiral, within a flower of life, within the ideology of Metraton, Thoth, and the list goes on, for we are talking about the eternity of our time matrix. Aho.